What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to talk about how you wide receivers can beat man coverage. All right, guys, so man coverage in real football, in real game time situation, not one-on-ones football, you're going to have to get off this line quick and you're going to have to get into this route, okay? Because a big thing about quick game, whenever it's man coverage, you can assume that the quarterback's going to be getting some pressure, okay? They're probably going to be stacking the box. You got one safety, corners are manned up. He's probably going to be getting some pressure. So the quarterback wants this ball out of his hands quick. And if we're not into this route quick and we're not off this line fast, getting separation, he's not going to get the ball to us. He's going to be dropping back and he's going to see us working the release. He's not going to think we're open. Then he's going to come off of it and find somebody else that actually is open, that is getting into their route. And we always want the ball as receivers. So one of the most important things to beat man coverage is sudden feet, okay? And what I mean by sudden feet is not telegraphing these moves, because you see a lot of guys coming off this line and they'll be real slow with their feet. That's not going to get a DB. The point of the sudden feet is to get this DB to react and be on his heels, and we're on the attack. We're closing the gap with him. We're giving him a sudden 1-2 or just a sudden real quick speed release or a wide release with the outside leg. But sudden feet is what's going to get this guy on his heels, because ultimately we want to get into this route. Now, if we're going against man coverage, now let's say we're running a slant. Sometimes I might be okay with a little bit of a slower play release, but let's say we're running a dig, right? From a quarterback perspective, I'm getting pressure, it's man coverage across the board. I'm probably not gonna throw a dig, because when I throw a dig, I have to take a 1, 2, 3 step drop, hitch up, and throw the dig. And if I'm getting pressure, I'm probably not gonna throw that. So if you have a dig called, you're better off just getting into the dang route, because that's the only way we're gonna get the ball. If you're spending all this time off at the line, it's gonna screw up the timing with the quarterback. The whole point of the DB on press is to screw up the timing of the route. And he did his job. If we're taking 10 seconds to get up into this route, you guys all probably saw that video of Jalen Ramsey talking about when he's pressing, he counts in his head, because he knows all I got to do is screw up the timing with the receiver and the quarterback, and I did my job. So we got to have sudden feet, guys. We got to be able to just burst off this line and then explode upfield and get into this route. And I'm going to show you a couple drills to work that. All right, guys, so this drill is going to be working your wide step release. So that's when you step with this back leg. This is like we got to get an inside release. Let's say we're lined up on the right, and we go wide step to the right, outside of this DB's frame, guys. So when I mean outside of his frame, we're stepping outside of this leg to get him to step and give us some room inside so we can take this inside release. Now we're going to be working it with these cones. I want to go 4 sets each leg. So we're going to be here. We're going to start with the right leg up first. And the reason why I have these cones is because you can't cheat the cones. So we're going to be here, wide step, and then we're going to burst up a little bit, and then we're going to reset ourselves to the next cone. Wide step, burst up. Now, when I take this wide step, guys, I really want to make sure I'm stepping all the way past those cones. That's why I don't like doing this with a ladder, because you can't cheat this drill. And my toes, when I'm exploding, my toes are staying forward. So my momentum is bringing me back inside the way that I want to go. And then if we were going the opposite way, we're going to start with the left leg up first. We're going to be here, wide step, burst up to the next one. Now let's say we're coming up to the last cone and we want to accelerate off of this break, and we're going to get into that later. But I want to make sure I'm here. I take this wide step and I'm bursting off of this thing, giving a little bit of this shoulder dip, and I'm getting upfield in the route. Like I said, 4 sets each side. All right, guys, so this next drill we're gonna be doing, you need about 6 cones, you need a medicine ball, or you can do this with a resistance band tied around your waist, some kind of form of resistance, but we're gonna do this with a medicine ball to work on you moving your whole entire body and having your body coincide with your feet. So like if we're working a double move, it's gonna be working our double move. And our left leg goes here. I wanna be real sudden with my body fake and with my head fake, and the same thing going the other way. And if I'm holding this medicine ball while working it, that's gonna help us with that. So I'm gonna show you how this thing's gonna look. So you wanna go 4 sets with the left leg first, so we go in, back out, then 4 sets with the right leg first, so we go out, back in, and then vice versa, switch up your feet. So you're gonna be here, nice receiver stance. So we're gonna go left here, make sure my toes are forward, right, and I'm bringing this medicine ball with me, working on bringing my whole body with this step, having my body work with my feet just like how I'm running. Then I'll burst up, next one, left, right, and we're gonna come to the next one, left, right, and then we're gonna come up off that last one. All right, so you need 6 cones. Like I said, I wanna go 4 each side. We're working our sudden feet. We're holding this ball on our chest, and we're going left, right, having our upper body work with our lower body. All right, guys, so the next way we can beat man coverage is by having explosiveness off of the break. So like we were talking about earlier in this video, we could have sudden feet all day long. We could be real sudden with my feet, but if I don't do anything after having sudden feet, if I'm not exploding off of that leg, I'm not gonna get any separation. I'm not gonna be able to beat man coverage. So when I'm coming off of of this, when I give, like, let's say we're working a speed release and I'm coming here, right? If I don't push off of this inside arch of my foot, I want to be pushing off of, see this Nike logo? About right in there, right where that arch is in my foot. I'm here and I'm pushing off of this so I could actually explode out off into this route. Now, a lot of that comes from body control and balance, guys. Now, if we're like this, and this is why keeping my toes forward is so important, if I'm opening up my front foot here and I'm trying to go this way, I have to have this long pathway with my hips coming back around. That's not what I want, guys. That's why we keep that toe forward. Any kind of release. We're working a double move. We go 1, 2, keeping this toe forward, and I'm pushing off of this inside arch so I can get up into this route. I'm going to show you a drill that's going to work that. All right, guys, so this drill is going to work on exploding off of this release. So putting our foot in the ground and actually being able to generate force, keeping good pad level, and exploding up into this route. I want to go 4 sets, or actually I want to go about 6 sets of this because we're working both sides anyways on this drill. So you're going to have your cone set up like this. You're going to have 1, 2, 1, and then 1, 2, 1 to the left. So we're going to be here. Now, the first move we're going to work, we're going to get in our nice receiver stance. We're going to go 1, 2, out, back in. Then we're going to explode and jump to that cone and catch and hold ourselves here, having some nice good balance. And then we're going to fall right into this next move, having real sudden feet. And then we're going to explode up to the next cone. I'm going to show you how this thing is going to look. Now, it might seem a little confusing, but this is working on having balance and actually being able to explode off of this foot once we make our move on this release. So we're going to be here. So we're going to be like this. All we're going to do, we're going to go 1, 2, jump. 1, 2, jump. We're going to hold ourselves at the top. When we're working this 1, 2, I want my body work with my feet like we were talking about earlier. When I go left, I want my right to work with me here, working my whole body, having sudden shoulders, a little bit of a head movement, then coming back, and then I'm exploding off of this leg and catching myself, working our body control, working our explosiveness off of our leg when we make that move. Like I said, guys, I want to work about 5, 6 sets of this. All right, guys, so we already talked about the releases. Now let's talk about what happens when we get into this route, okay? You want to stack this DB when we're in man coverage. So let's say, like we were talking about earlier, we're talking about working man coverage. Now, we already talked about how we need to get into this route fast. Like, let's say we have a dig called, let's say we have a post called. We want to get some separation off this line, get into our route, and stack this DB. Now, when we stack this DB, we got to have a plan. We can't just be running. What I mean by stack is when we get on top of the DB, and he's here, and we're over the top of him. We're restack the DB, restack the DB. So we're here, DB's behind us, and he's trailing us, he's chasing us. We're stacked on top of each other. We can't just run up into this route. Let's say we have a post call and just expect to go 1 step here to the post, nice normal cut, and get up into this route. Unless it is a perfect throw and we're really accelerating out of the route, it'll work. But we got to have different things in our arsenal because you're going to be facing a lot of good DBs. So we're going to talk about a rocker step, guys. So when we talk about a rocker step, what that means is it's almost like 2 cuts. We're coming up here, let's say we got a post. We go step with the left first, like we're selling like we're going to the corner, left, and then right, and then we break onto this post. To get this DB, he's trailing us, right? We stick left. He's thinking we're going to the right, so he comes back underneath the right. We put our foot in the ground on the right and come back to the post, if that makes sense. It's gonna make more sense when I show you this drill, but what it's working is just moving this DB off the platform, or not, I shouldn't say off the platform, but he's watching our hips, he's watching us where we're going, and if we give a little bit of head and shoulder fake to the outside while we're making this aggressive sudden stick on this rocker step, he's gonna be jumping outside, and we can cut back inside with about 5 to 10 yards of separations. I'm gonna show you a drill that's gonna work this. All right, guys, so this is almost gonna look like a crab walk because I want you to be very low, but the reason why I want you to stay low is because when we're running this route, I don't want to do this rocker step up tall. I don't want to be going full speed, and then make this break and be tall and nice and slow and have to come back up and over around this route. I want to be low and I want to be able to go 1, 2, explosive and come out. Like I said earlier in this video, I want my body working with my feet. So we're going to be here. We're going to be real low on this thing. So all we're going to be doing is we're going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all I want to do. That's the pace it has to be, maybe a little bit quicker, but I want us to stay low and keep this good pad level. Serves as kind of like a little bit of resistance. We're not working up and we're not trying to go real fast. We're nice and low. We're in this position where it's a little bit uncomfortable, but we're working on our legs being explosive and moving our whole entire body with it. I want to go 4 sets with the left leg leading first and 4 sets with the right leading first. So then we're going to go here. And it's going to be just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the way through, working my body with my feet, trying to keep my toes as straightforward as I can so I can explode up into this route once I restack this DB. All right, guys, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is, again, we're restacking this DB, already restacked. We got to have different things in our arsenal. We can't just make a cut every single time. We can't just break down like if we're running a dig or snap it down and run this dig. We got to have something else. So this is called a square cut. So it's going to have, you're going to snap down. It's going to be just like a normal dig. But what it is we're going to be down here. We're going to snap down. and then we're gonna give him a move to the inside like we're breaking out, and then a stick to the outside, and then we're coming right back in. So it's a 4-step movement, and I'm gonna show you guys a drill that's going to work this. I mean, it's not really 4 steps, it's more the depth of your route, and you're just giving him a 1-2 at the top of this thing to shoot this DB back outside like we were talking about. Like if we're on the right, we'll run up into our route. Let's say this is 10 yards, run a 10-yard dig. We snap down 1, 2, 3, and then we're coming out, okay? It's really a 3-step movement, but the drill, or 3, 4-step movement, 5-step movement, but I want those 2 steps at the end, guys. It doesn't really, I don't want you to sit there worrying about counting your feet, but on this next drill I'm going to show you, you're gonna have to worry about counting your feet a little bit just to work the mechanics of the movement. All right, guys, so like I said in this drill, you're gonna wanna count your movements on this, but we're gonna be working this with a ladder, or if you have one of those agility octagons, those will work too, or hexagons, whatever you wanna call it. But this right here, we're gonna be working with the ladder. We're gonna go in 1, 2, out 3, 4, to work on these aggressive 2 steps at the top of like we're working a dig route, okay? So we're gonna be here. So we're gonna be like this. We're gonna step up on this ladder, and we're gonna go 1, 2, and then 3, 4 are gonna be the real sudden movement with my body and a little bit of head movement to get this DB. I'm restacking this DB, so this DB's behind me. I'm running up, I'm snapping down 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm selling like I'm cutting right back out. DB should be shooting here. I keep this foot in the ground, and I'm exploding back up on this dig now, okay, guys? So this is how it's gonna look, semi-full speed. So we're gonna be here. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm gonna be exploding off of this leg again, guys. We don't wanna put our foot in the ground. We talked about this earlier, and just pop up and be slow. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I wanna be exploding and running out of this dig full speed, because this square cut is gonna take a little bit longer rather than just a snap down, getting in and out of this route. So the quarterback's gonna be getting this ball out of his hands early, and it's a race to the ball at that point, guys. Can we get out of the break fast, and can we get to that ball on time with the quarterback? I wanna work about 4 sets that way, and then I wanna work 4 sets where we go left, right, or left, right, left, right, and then we're coming back the opposite way, guys, okay? So 4 sets coming off the left, then 4 sets coming off the right. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please leave in the comments any questions you guys have in the next video you guys would like to see. That would really mean a lot to me. And please subscribe to this channel. That would also really mean a lot to me. I'll see you guys next time.